Let us pray. On this day of celebration and achievement, we give thanks for the world and its rich resources, so much recently discovered, so much yet to be found. For all who have inspired us and enriched our learning, for family and friends who have supported us and encouraged us to achieve our goals, we give thanks. Bless all our graduates as they journey forth from here, those who use their newfound wisdom to push forward the frontiers of art and design. Inspire those who will promote greater understanding of the world, its environment, and its peoples, greater management of its resources, greater health and well-being of all its people. Guide those who will use their appreciation of culture, history, and society as they plan and build for future generations. We ask this blessing on all our graduates, and may they find great fulfillment and happiness in whatever they seek to do. Amen.
Please be seated. As you take your seats, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wonderful sight to behold. Welcome to our Winter 29 graduation of the University of Dundee. And I just wanted to welcome you all and explain that I'm John Rowan, one of the Vice Principals of the University, and I'm representing our Chancellor, Professor Dame Jocelyn Bell-Burnell, who cannot be with us today as she's got external engagements in the US. But we're going to have a very excellent ceremony, and I hope that you're going to have great pride in watching your friends and your family moving across the stage today. So I call upon the Vice Principal for Education, Professor Blair Grubb, to address the Assembly. Thank you.
Vice Principal, Lord Provost, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to start by welcoming you all to our graduation ceremony. And to those of you who are visiting Dundee for the first time, I'd like to extend a very, very warm welcome on behalf of the city and on behalf of the University of Dundee. You have arrived in one of the must-visit places in the world, a status not accorded to Dundee by us, but by some of our peers, by no less than the Wall Street Journal, the Lonely Planet Guide, CNN, The Guardian, and many others. So by being here, you're absolutely right on trend. Much of the excitement that has been generated in Dundee has been through the opening last autumn of the V&A Dundee, housed in Kengo Kuma's magnificent ship-inspired building at the heart of our waterfront. This has become an emblem of the city. This was an idea first originated at the University of Dundee, and in its first year, it has already attracted over 800,000 visitors. It's just one sign of how this city is changing and has become one of the best places to live, to work, or to study in the UK. Of course, we would say that, but that's what others are saying too. On a very personal note for me, I returned to Dundee less than 4 months ago. My father was a Dundonian, and as a boy in the late 1970s, which was a fair time ago, I used to regularly visit my grandparents in the hill town from my then home in Edinburgh. So it's been incredible to return 40 years later to see the transformation that this city has undergone since those days of industrial decline and riverside decay. It's truly a remarkable turnaround. This is a great place to be, and we are all justly proud of our revitalised city. This change in Dundee's fortunes have been widely recognised. The Sunday Times named this university University of the Year for Student Experience for 2020, And this was followed by them calling Dundee the best place to live in Scotland. And that is quite an accolade. And I hope you found that to be the case during your time studying in Dundee. And hopefully everyone visiting for today's ceremony will take the opportunity to see a little more of the city whilst you're here, and maybe even spread the word about Dundee when you get back home. Now, our core mission as a university is to transform lives by the creation, the sharing, and the application of knowledge. To the forefront of that are you, our students, and soon-to-be graduates. During your time here, you will have gained new knowledge and skills that you can now take into the world, whether that be for further study or into the world of work. You will have found new friends and possibly even lifelong partners. You cross this stage today with the next phase of your life before you, and I hope that your time at this university has equipped you to take that step with confidence and with a spirit of adventure, to be bold, to be creative, to be innovative, and indeed to make your own impact on the world. It's very clear that this is the most important day in our academic calendar. Seeing you, our new graduates, cross the stage after your years of dedication and hard work is an incredibly proud moment for this university, as I'm sure it is for you, for your family, and for your friends who are here to support you today. I know for certain that the academic and support staff at the university, many of whom are here today, either on the stage beside me, or those who are helping to organise today's ceremony, have an enormous sense of pride in your achievements. We very much hope you'll remain part of our community as alumni after you leave this hall today. We are proud that we've been able to offer you teaching and a student experience which is consistently ranked amongst the very best in the United Kingdom. Now, in naming this university the University of the Year for Student Experience, the Sunday Times cited some particular aspects of our provision which they saw as outstanding. Namely, our teaching quality, the quality of the teaching provision given by your lecturers and professors, and also they referenced our Gold Award in the Teaching Excellence Framework, which is the highest possible level you can get in the Teaching Excellence Framework. And also they commented very positively on the success of our student partnership agreement with our student body, DUSA. In the most recent National Student Survey, we recorded our best ever performance, 4th in the UK. Now, to put this into a bit of perspective, there are 121 higher education institutions or universities in the UK. So this modest-sized city on the east coast of the northern part of Scotland gives you students the 4th best experience in the UK. For this city, that is a quite remarkable achievement. Amongst the highlights contained within the NSS, we were top in the UK overall for student satisfaction in several subjects, namely children's nursing, dentistry, education, environmental sciences, molecular biology, biophysics and biochemistry, and the physical geographical sciences. And yet again, our Students' Association, DUSA, was named the top association in Scotland. Now, our research makes an impact around the world, whether it is measuring the impacts of climate change on glaciers, making breakthroughs against diseases such as Parkinson's, malaria, or leishmaniasis, or even finding out why we are prone to making poor decisions when we are hungry. We are ranked in the world's top 20 by the Times Higher Education in their impact rankings, which recognises that the role of universities extends beyond research and teaching into a third mission revolving around engagement, the transfer of knowledge, and innovation for societal good. And it measures this success in delivering the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So as well as making an impact and taking Dundee's work to the world, we are also increasingly bringing the world to Dundee. Our community, more than ever, is an international one, as we can see today. Our roots are distinctly Scottish, but we work on a global stage. We have students and staff who come to the university from over 140 countries. That's nearly 3/4 of the countries in the world. And indeed, many of the staff here, as well as our DUSA executive, attended the International Student Scholarship Awards presentation last night. And students from 42 countries celebrated their arrival in Dundee. It was a simply spectacular evening. So with record numbers of applications to come to study here, we have distance learners everywhere from the USA to Kenya to New Zealand, and pioneering partnerships with universities in China, Malaysia, Singapore, and elsewhere. It's clear that our outlook will be ever more international in future. Every one of these achievements is driven by the strong sense of community that exists here at this university. You will have experienced this during your studies with us, and I hope you continue to feel part of it in the years to come. That very sense of community is central to our strategy. It's at the heart of absolutely everything we do, and our graduates are a very important part of that community. As our global ambassadors, with a lifelong membership of the University of Dundee, you should always consider that this is your university. Take pride in that membership and share your passion for this university and your connection to the city of Dundee in the years ahead. As you receive your degrees today and then step out into the world as a graduate and ambassador for the University of Dundee, know that we, your university community of fellow graduates, students and staff, wish each and every one of you the very, very best for the future. Thank you everyone, and many, many congratulations.
Thank you, Professor Grubb. We're now going to move towards the conferment of degrees, and I call upon the Dean of the School of Art and Design, Professor Anita Taylor.
Vice Principal, I have the honour to present for the degree of Bachelor of Design, Thomas Thompson. For the Master of Design, Amy Galloway. Gabrielle Baschetti. For the Master of Fine Art, Kira Marshall. Donna Martin Dilly. Stephen Wilson. Master of Science, Liesl Kawaje. Karthik Munakaran. Rita Marilis Kalea Mestra. Neha Menon. Carla Salachia Ravello. Apostolos Pascalides. Gemma Tanzi. Design for Business, Robbie Beautyman. Debolina Brera. Louise Carruthers. Evan Dowling. Christy Hurd. Anne Napier. Janine Wilson. Product design, Jenna Affleck. Christopher Cameron. Finlay Clark. Janine Getty. Rafe Johnson. Jonathan McLean. Anna Ranseva. Zihong Shao. Andrew Shearer. Candice Swanpoel. And Doctor of Philosophy, Elena Vlachaki.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Taylor. I now call upon Dr. Aliki Bargoli from the School of Humanities.
Vice Principal, I have the honor to present for the degree of Diploma in Higher Education, Heather Walsh. For the Postgraduate Certificate in Family and Local History, Zoe Ray. Postgraduate Diploma in Archives and Records Management, Tanya Parker. Emma Pizarro. Robert Thompson. For the degree of Master of Letters, Sharon Foreman. Jack Garside. Caroline Hillman. Sharon Kelly. Catherine Stewart. Rachel Davis. Cecilia Lee. Holly Roberts. Zoe Cooper. Gillian Duff. Scott Mackenzie. Deborah Ash. Hannah Barreto. Emily Fletcher. Wendy Hicks. Sarah Lee. Dan Fakeney. Rebecca Bridson. Bethany Chen, Craig Thomas, Chloe Haralambos, James Murphy, Kevin Dunn, Katrina Leslie, Elaine Burke, Kai Durkin, Nicole Germain, Christine Hodgson, William Hume, Hamza Hussein, Loretta Mulholland, Rhoda Neville, Jane Swanson, Susan Whistler, for the degree of Master of Research, Samantha Hunter, for the degree of Master of Science, Alan Cole, and for the degree of Doctor of Letters, Jonathan Wilson.
Many thanks, Dr. Vargoli. I now call upon the Interim Dean of the School of Business, Dr. Randolph Cooper.
Vice Principal, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Accountancy, Stevie Thomas. For the Diploma of Higher Education, Georgia Stewart. For the Certificate of Higher Education, Andreas Karaviotis. For the Postgraduate Diploma in Accounting Research, Yazid Alburathan. Abdullah Al-Umaid. Abdul Rahman bin Salman. For the Postgraduate Diploma in International Business, Ji Hao Mai. For the degree of Master of Finance, Chun Shi Duan. Yana Sarashri Suwan. Chai Zhao. For the degree of Master of Research, Mohammed Abu Bakari. For the degree of Master of Science, Dalal Arabi Ah. Shan Yuan Ao. Allison Bruce. Jiawei Chung. Chun Hao Feng. Takudzwa Masai. Maxime Saldarelli. Claudio Stroppa. Dulashin Subu-Reddy Iyar. Surilak Takavata Khan. Zizao Wang. Davide Zarafa. Christy Divas. Yuen Chung. Cassidy Russell. Andrew Hamilton. Ji Ao Bing Lee. Oba Oba. Rulong Wong. Yuan Zhu Wong. Run Zhong. Craig Morrison. Anywhere Alan Ingar. Weiyang Guang. Corentin Mene. Dongdong Wang. Hangling Yan. Qian Yi Zhao. Xu Yan Chao. Rachel Clark. Joan Corrance Lopez. Wu Ho. Wu Chi Zhong. Men Li. Lei Liu. Dai Nguyen. Is Linda this one? Linda Nkansa. Dong Yuan Sun. Lareb Adnan. Aisha Butt. Oliver Portwood. Samata Shani. Jesse Concannon. Yuen Nu. Amulia Shetty. Guru Venugopal. Yua Guang. Neil Hall. Uing Huang. Luke Johnston. Lisa McKenzie. Beth Robertson. Zhang Hong Tzu. Zhengda Han. Munting Li. Ellie Settery. Aaron Dumakin. Chi Shi Huang. Yi Dian Dong. Stephen Coles. Shanshan Huang. Ji Ao Yuan. Michelle Aljohani. Zi Chun. Shu Chun. Sylvia Estrada Arias. Uing Liao. Mary Moran. Marco Villanosi. Ruing Li. Alexander Lund Scobie. Walid Masood. Julius Pelus. Suu Wang. Nina Wolfslast. Waning Zhang. Matthias Bruni Sousa. Judan Liang. Robson St. Clair. Xing Duan. Shufen Huang. Komet Kuka Janplan. Uyan Liu. Ning Sun. Chia-Fu Yao. Oluwadamiola Ajibola. Jennifer Amo. Mingxing Kai. Yuan Dong. Gebenga Fagbonjaya. Christian Hiyomi Chaumba. Xing Hu. Io Tso.
Thank you, Dr. Cooper. I now call upon the Dean of the School of Social Sciences, Professor Nicholas Fife.
Vice Principal, I have the honour to present for the degree of Master of Architecture, Jacob Skula. And for the degree of Master of Arts with Honours, Malgorzata Romanowska. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Nora Kamol Klaiwong. Khadijat Badmus. Ludo Moyo. Deborah Ann O'Donnell. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Sarah Campbell. For the Diploma of Higher Education, Deborah Smith. For the Postgraduate Diploma in Comparative and European Private International Law, Noor Karamai. For the degree of Master of Laws, Annika Bouch. Marie Bolis. Dolly Delage. Adeli Dupa. Sebastian Forey Pontontier. Shana Fernandez. Laura Goby. Miriam Karchi. Alice Marin. Noemi Portu Castel. Eko Mobong Alfred. Juwaria Bringer. Farah Anaz Didi. Esteri Clavina. Sheetal Malakariuna. Brian Mwanza. Alessandra Paduano. Saba Shah. Oyan Kanasolami Di Piolo. Niltza Guivala. Nemo Hassan. Peter Mather. Chaitira Nonruka. Noreen Oyamo. Bodasiri Timmy Timmy. Florian Giron. Tanya Jones. Maylis Portau. Gillian McGilvray. Anna Arvik. Marie Batilda. Charlotte Boyer. Akua Krapa. Nonthawa Daptrum Pramuk. Sabrina Gabali. Natalie Goetz. Myra Horsfjord. Ombelina Juvin. Arajapur Nathagombo. Pongpol Puzana Charon. Siwa Rouge Ratachan Waichai. Mr. Ra Saliyu. Pichia Siriapai. Johanna Tokic. Kwang Tu. Harshal Yadav. Eric Haverson. John McBride. Masopi Fagbohumbi. Connor Kia. Mikhail Gola. Maxwell Bamfo Mafo. Michael Hill. Rajiv Yami Reddy. Gareth Campbell. Oluwa Palumi Lanrelandagragan. Gulzan Koznabayeva. Luis Landa Farfan. Lemi Nadarangu. Odin Nakchi Aboyoma. Marina Yamamoto. Milagros Granados Manduano. Miriam Pinedo Barrientos. Donald Attar. Salamatu Aiza. Mohammed Issa Ahmed. Azaminia Karadaki. Matilda Ngopue. Suzanne Agok. Loida Hamutumoa. And for the degree of Master of Science, Claire Elliott. Cara Henderson. Cassie Masterton. Andrew McMahon. Jade Woodward. Daniel Mayo. Caitlin Mulligan. Dohan Wang. Nazir Adam. Oluyomi Lawson. Tansume Malawa. Silas Sani. Yushkinbek Ismailov. Zara Al-Rawahai. Najib Ayinde. Edwina Okwai. Mary Barton. Xylena Dawson. Timmy Ogun. Samuel Shonola. Lisa D'Andrea. Basile Peko. Jessica de Oliveira Rael. Kirsty Fraser. Katie Maguire. Michael Stevens. Christina Fura. Da Lee. Abigail Denham. Richard Forrester. Candice Harshaw. Holly Rumble. Dorothea Kalatsai. Emmanuel Tranudakis. Lee Chapman. Lai Chen. Susan Rintoul. Yu Shen. Jai Tan. Wen Yu Zhu. Stacey Burge. Robert Hamilton. Ida Gomez. Elisa Jacks. Mika Phillips. Sophie Robertson. Louise King. Huankui Liu. James Alterson. And for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Smith Azubika. Charlotte Hall. And for the degree of Master of Science, Stephen Ayogu.
Thank you, Professor Fife. I now call again our Vice Principal Education, Professor Blair Grubb.
Vice Principal, I have the honour to invite you to confer their degrees in absence upon the candidates who have been unable to attend this ceremony.
By the authority of the Senate, I confer these degrees.
Well done, everybody. Well, this morning we had a bunch of scientists, medics, life scientists, and educationalists who got up and made a fair amount of noise in the hall at the end. But we thought it could probably be bettered by the group amongst us here today. So I would like all of the assembled gathering to give one huge, final, rousing round of applause for all of our graduates today. You can cheer. Well done, everybody.
Well, I'm glad you got that out of your systems. I think that was clearly necessary to relieve some of the pressure of these very august occasions. So it's now my privilege to call upon Professor Callum Colvin to present the honorary graduate for the degree of Doctor of Laws. Professor Colvin.
Vice Principal, I have the honour to present for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, Gary Clark. An award-winning and internationally successful songwriter, musician and record producer, Gary Clark began his professional career in Dundee as singer-songwriter, instrumentalist in late 80s band Danny Wilson. He penned the band's international hit Mary's Prayer, which reached number 3 in the UK charts in 1988. Now considered a classic, it still regularly re-enters the top 100 airplay charts. Gary was born and grew up in Dundee and played together with his friend Jed Grimes in school bands at St Saviour's High. In the early 80s, they headed to London, where they played under various names until around 1984, when Clark and Grimes, noticing that talent scouts and journalists were beginning to follow the music scenes in Scottish cities, returned to Dundee, where they teamed up with Gary's younger brother, Kit Clark, to form a new band, Danny Wilson. They were signed to Virgin Records in 1986. Following the highly successful albums Meet Danny Wilson and Bebop Mop Top, the band split in 1990, and Gary released a solo album, 10 short songs about love. He played in the bands King L and Transistor before he moved into the areas of songwriting and production, where he's achieved numerous international hits with many artists, including Natalie Imbruglia, Liz Phair, the Veronicas, the Excerpts, the Wanted, McFly and Demi Lovato, amongst others. His songs have been used frequently in film and television, including There's Something About Mary, Wild Things, Charlie's Angels, Grey's Anatomy, Pretty Little Liars, and many more. In 2013, after decades living in London and then Los Angeles, Gary returned to Dundee with his wife and manager Alison, where they set up Blinding Heights, a label focused on finding and nurturing new Scottish talent. He discovered and developed the duo Heights, who signed to Warner Records in July this year. In 2016, things took a sharp turn when film director John Carney invited Gary to write songs for the movie Sing Street. Gary's song, Drive It Like You Stole It, won numerous international plaudits, including Best Song at the US Critics' Choice Awards. In the wake of this success, new avenues began to open. Gary is currently writing the music for Dame Emma Thompson's Nanny McPhee stage musical, and is executive music producer and composer of Modern Love, John Carney's new TV series for Amazon Originals, co-writing and performing the theme song. On top of all of this, Sing Street is now being produced as a stage musical, opening this December at the New York Theatre Workshop. Over the years, Gary has won numerous awards, home and abroad, including an Ivor Novello nomination for Best Song Musically and Lyrically. In 2018, he won the SMA Music Business Award. Now, I know all of this to be true because Gary and I were classmates at Duncan of Jordanstone back in 1979. Of course, we were only 5 years old, maybe a little bit older, but I do remember seeing Gary and his band play in a bar where none of us were old enough to fully enjoy the hospitality, so we didn't, of course. Gary left Duncan of Jordanstone the following year to pursue his musical career, and the rest is history. Recently, Gary and I were reminiscing about our days at Duncan of Jordanstone, remembering our fellow students and mutual friends, and I'm afraid I somewhat burst Gary's bubble by explaining to him that we were in class 1A all those years ago for alphabetical reasons rather than academic or indeed artistic excellence. However, he soon got over his disappointment, and of course, it's the things we do and the things that happen after those happy years as young students that make us what we are. And I am delighted to see my old friend and one-time fellow student honoured in such a way by his university and in his hometown. Vice Principal, I have the honour to invite you to confer upon Gary Clark the degree of Doctor of Laws.
Thank you, Professor Collin. By the authority of the Senate, I confer upon you the degree of Doctors of Laws. Congratulations, Gary. Yeah, well done. Wonderful. You have to come and give us a few words, please.
Thank you. Let's see if I can read this. No, I'll need my glasses. Yeah. I'd like to thank the Chancellor, and I'd like to thank Dundee University for this great honour. It really means so much to me and to my family, especially as I didn't finish at Duncan of Jordanstone. It's also incredibly special for me to have that oration read by my friend and DOJ alumni, Professor Callum Colvin, not just because we're friends, but because he's truly one of the most original and greatest artists to come from this country. I am a super fan. Next, I'd like to congratulate all of you guys and your families and friends who have supported you through this. Give yourselves a massive round of applause. Congratulations. It struck me this morning that the last time I stood on this stage was in 1987, and I had a 7-piece band and a full head of hair. And we had just had a hit record, and this was our triumphant return to Dundee. Memorable because we were playing the Caird Hall, which was a great occasion for us. It was a packed house, fully standing. But also memorable because halfway through the set, I saw come spinning through the lights a plastic water bottle, which hit me on the head, making a big doink sound, and covered me in water. Being a Dundonian, I realized that that was actually the highest expression of love and admiration one Dundonian could give to another. So I just smiled and continued singing. I did wear a fireman's helmet for the rest of the tour, though, but that's another story. 6 years previous to that, as Callum said, I was at Duncan of Jordanstone College of Art, and I loved being at Duncan of Jordanstone College of Art. I loved, for the first time in my life, being surrounded by artists, and every room I went into, somebody was creating something new and wonderful. I loved it, but my inner voice was not just saying to me, it was screaming that I was in the wrong place. I knew that I had to leave because I knew that music was my real calling. It was difficult, and it was difficult for my family, but I decided to move to London with my band to try to pursue that musical career. Thankfully, my parents were wonderful and supportive, and I'm still grateful to that to this day. One thing that struck me when Callum was reading the oration is how many people I have to thank for my career. There are so many people, as he mentioned, Jed and Kit, but there are so many band members, musicians, songwriters, producers, recording artists, music publishers, managers, record labels, recently film directors and theatre producers that I really need to say thank you to for this. There's so many I cannot name them all, but I want to acknowledge them and thank them here today. Thank you. 30 or so years later, I followed my inner voice again, leaving LA this time, supported by my amazing wife, Alison, to return to the bright lights of Dundee. Alison's other job is keeping my feet on the ground, by the way. Her favorite phrase is, "Behind every great man, there is a flabbergasted woman." We were recently at workshops in London for the Nanny McPhee musical, and Dame Emma Thompson was introducing us to the various new people, and she was introducing me as our composer, Gary Clark. And I'd been called a songwriter before, and I'd been called a record producer, but I'd never been called a composer, and I thought, this is nice, I like this. You know, I could wear this one, I really like this. And as we went around, Alison whispered in my ear, "Is that an abbreviation of complete effing poser?" So she sometimes keeps my feet under the ground. But as Callum said, in 2013, we returned to Dundee following that inner voice again, taking a huge leap of faith, leaving Hollywood for Dundee. And we arrived to find a city in transformation, a city with a new optimism, a sense that Dundee could do anything. The new V&A was just growing out of the rubble in the building site, and it was an exciting time to return to Dundee. And for my part, I've entered a new creative period, and I found that as long as I could think internationally and compete internationally, I could do anything from Dundee. So in conclusion, if my receiving this great honor today is a testament to the power of following your heart, then that is the best message I can hope to leave you with as you walk out of this university into your amazing futures. Thank you. Congratulations again on your graduation from this great university.
And so we come ever swiftly, more swiftly to the closing parts of our ceremony today, and we come to one of the highlights of graduation. So behind me we have our university choir, and they're going to sing us a song. You may anticipate what it's going to be. I think you'll be mesmerized by its charm. And only now to the choir, thank you very much.
such a big mistake when I was Mary's prayer. So if I say, save me, be the light in my eyes. And if I say 10 Hail Marys, leave a light on in heaven for me. Blessed is the one who shares your power and your beauty, Mary. Your power and your beauty. Blessed is the millionaire who shares your wedding day. So when you find somebody you keep, think of me and celebrate. I made such a big mistake when I was Mary's prayer. So if I say, save me, be the light in my eyes. And if I say 10 Hail Marys, leave a light on in heaven. So if I say, save me, be the light in my eyes. What I wouldn't give to be when I was Mary's prayer.
So, with regret, it is that time when we've come to the end of the ceremony. Let us perhaps offer one final congratulation to our new graduates of the University of Dundee, and remember to say thank you to your friends and family and loved ones who have supported you over these years. That brings us to the end of our academic ceremony. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, upstanding, forgive me.